Ho 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 ho, wow. It's the Clark the Shark Show. You just stumbled upon the most amazing show on the internet, baby. You sitting there in your luxury leather chair or wherever you are. You might be in Los Angeles and live in a tent because the rent here is $4,000 a month. And just like Clark the Shark, you're like basically homeless at 1-800-449-8255 from the golden EIB fabulous sharkraphone. It's not a microphone, baby. It's a sharkraphone because you're on the Clark the Shark Show. 1-800-449-8255. The most beautiful, beautiful, beautiful show on the internet. It's better than Little Steven's Underground Garage. Way, way better. Because somehow, even though I'm not as old or cultured or as knowledgeable as Little Steven, I'm still pretty good here. Clark the Shark, age 57, turning 58 next month, April 27th. Born and raised in Torrance, Redondo Beach, South Bay, baby, California. The fabulous Clark the Shark from the Greenhouse Effect, GE. You know me, baby. You know all the songs. You know, She's a Bitch and Then You Live and White Black and Ben is Dead and Star and Coke Snorting and oh, you guys love it. You guys go on Blogger Vimeo or Blogger Vimeo, or you find those videos of GE, and I look at the traffic statistics inside Google, and I see that everyone, especially all of you in the South Bay, from Hermosa Beach to Lomita to Long Beach to San Pedro, practically all you guys do all day is sit there on your computer and you worry about Clark the Shark and the Greenhouse Effect. And you wonder, what is Clark the Shark all about today? I gotta go online and hear me some Clark the Shark and GE. I gotta watch the Hermosa Saloon video one more time. Or, you know, that Manhattan Beach video for winers, diners, and social climbers. I gotta watch it one more time, maybe just for Marty's drumming. Or Ted, you know, Rick Carmody from the One-Handed Readers, red-haired guy with the big bun of red hair back in the day. All of you guys were at the shows. You gotta wonder, what's Ted doing today? What's Clark the Shark up to? Well, nothing new. You know, I'm old, and I'm just sitting here. I just revel in the nostalgia, baby. The old days, the old videos, the old music at 1-800-449-8255, the Clark the Shark Show. And today I'm talking about nostalgia from 1969, the KINKS, Arthur. I was just 4 years old when this incredible album, it's almost like a rock opera, like The Who, Tommy. And weirdly, in many ways, this is better than The Who, because the KINKS are better than The Who. They really are. But The Who had some secret weapons. You know, they had Keith Moon's drumming, that's like having Neil Peart drumming, dude. You know, right there. And The Who had Roger Daltrey singing, you know, and in the studio, it was Roger and Keith that saved The Who. But of course, live, all four of The Who came alive, baby. Indeed. Pete with his amazing guitar, and John Entwistle, just the greatest bass player in the world. But in the studio, for many, many albums, not only would the KINKS dominate The Who, but the KINKS would dominate everybody at 1-800-449-8255, the Clark the Shark Show. There was no beating the fabulous KINKS in this amazing album, Arthur. This rock opera that to me speaks to me, Clark the Shark. And it sounds like the most up-to-date KINKS album at the time. I mean, The Village Green was up-to-date, baby. And so was something else, 1967. But the KINKS went to some new level here with Arthur, 1969, or The Decline and Fall of the British Empire, baby, Ray Davies, Dave Davies. And of course, after this album, Ray would go on to produce The Turtles. Oh, one of the most fabulous albums, Turtle Soup, in 1969. Same year as this incredible album by the fabulous KINKS. And of course, the KINKS were banned in America. They were pretty much deleted by the American Federation of Musicians Union, which of course is ironic because we know how Ray Davies loves to write about union, and the union men, how they'll decide if you starve or you eat, and then you get back in line, and it's still true today. The LA Unified School District, teachers are on strike, and they'll decide, baby, if your kid starves or he eats today, or if he learns today, or if he has a school lunch today, or whatever, at 1-800-449-8255, a Clark the Shark Show. I'm talking about, I don't know, just a bunch of blah, blah, gobbledygook. But the KINKS, Arthur, this amazing rock opera concept album, just another brilliant album, as usual, from the KINKS, 1969. Just before the fabulous 1970 Lola versus Power Man and the Money Go Round. Well, this is Arthur, baby, 1969 versus Power Man and the Money Go Round. And I haven't even heard this album in like a year. I haven't played this in a long time. But unlike the TikTok kids, I can sing all these songs, Oh, yeah, it gets 5 stars. It gets all 5 stars, baby. The KINKS, Ray Davies, Arthur, are you kidding? 1-800-449-8255. Everybody knows Victoria. That's a KINKS classic, just like Lola. Just like, everyone's a dreamer and everyone's a star. Just like Celluloid Heroes. Victoria is, you are greeted by a KINKS classic on side 1. And a yes, sir, no, sir. Please let me die, sir. You know that one too. And some mother's son, do-do-do-do. Some mother's son, do-do-do-do-do-do-do. See, unlike the TikTok kids, I haven't heard this album in a while. You know me, I love to sit and listen to the KINKS in a hot bathtub. But it's been about a year, maybe 6 months, since I listened to this, just like, the Village Green. I'm too busy listening to other albums, but tonight I'm going to play me some KINKS, but driving. I know. The Russians and the Chinese always fighting. Delighting, we'll go driving. Oh yeah, baby, I know that one. And Brainwashed, it's like Brainwashed is awesome, but it's like Australia on a sunny Christmas day. We'll go down to Sydney for a holiday in Australia. Australia. Oh yeah, baby. But side 2 gets even better. Shangri-La. Do 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 and do 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 do, and you just can't get any higher. It's like me, Clark the Shark. I'm just sitting here in my Shangri-La. I can go outside and polish my Nissan, and Mr. Churchill says I can. And she's bought a hat like Princess Marina. Side 2, I love it. I love Young and Innocent Days. Awesome. And Nothing to Say. And of course, Arthur, the title track. Do 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 do. You know, baby, I know Arthur at 1-800-449-8255. The fabulous Clark the Shark. And I drink too much coffee, baby, today because I know I love me some Arthur. I'm going to crank this album tonight, but this is an album I know well since I was 16 in 1981. And I bought this scratchy vinyl at the Rhodium in Torrance. And, I was like, it's such a classic. I love it. I love playing the scratchy on my old needle record player. But you guys, I'm going to break your heart. And I went one day in like 1988 or 89. And I bought this on CD because I had to hear all these songs and go home on my famous little black Ghetto Blaster boombox. And I would play the Kinks Arthur over and over up in Beverly Hills when I was like the Cato Kalin, mowing lawns at 1-800-449-8255 for up there at Mr. Ida's in Beverly Hills or out there in Playa del Rey on Tuscany. I had to listen to some Kinks Arthur a lot because when I wrote the rock opera White Suburban Liars, I was thinking of this album from 1969, the Kinks Arthur, just as much or even more as The Who, Tommy, at 1-800-449-8255 from the golden EIB Sharkerphone. But I would say the Kinks are much more profound and astute. The Who, Tommy, is a little behind the times. That album sounds very dated, very crude. It's a very natural state of an album. It's good. It's very interesting. And The Who definitely got something going, especially on sides 3 and 4 on that album. But there's something to be said for the Kinks Arthur, 1969. For me, this rock opera is really up to date for 1969. And this is really the album where the Kinks went and joined the greatest rock bands in history. Led Zeppelin, Deep Purple, Jethro Tull, the Beatles, the Stones, the Who. The Kinks said, you know what, you guys? We're better than all y'all because we are the Kinks Arthur, Ray Davies, and we are going to write a rock opera that is going to blow all you bands away, baby. And they did it right here in 1969. And honestly, I don't think the Kinks ever made another album this great. Close to this would be Schoolboys in Disgrace, 1975. Of course, Sleepwalker, 1977, and Misfits, 1978, are awesome. There's something to be said for Preservation 1 and 2. Clark the Shark loves both of those albums. All sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. To me, that's almost like one big long rock opera. Preservation 1 and 2, 1973 and 74. But this album from 1969, the Kinks Arthur, speaks volumes to me, Clark the Shark. The Wolfman Jack on crack from the golden EIB Sharkerphone, baby. It's not a microphone. You're getting the knowledge from the Sharkerphone today. 1-800-449-8255. The fabulous Clark the Shark on the most amazing talk radio show with the most amazing reviews and the only reviews you will ever need because you're getting them from the guy that lived it. Oh, baby, you talk about being bullied and hated. They don't even like me right now, Clark the Shark. No one does. You could go up to a priest. You could go up to a deacon, and they're going to be like, we don't like that shark. That damn Sharky, he thinks he's better than everyone else, or he thinks he's worse than everyone else. He ain't got it so bad. Damn that shark. What does he know about having it bad? He don't know nothing. I know more than Sharky. I've had it way worse than Sharky at 1-800-449-8255. That Sharky don't know nothing. He thinks he knows the Kinks. He thinks he knows the Kinks Arthur. Well, let me tell you that, Sharky. Let me tell you, Sharky, you don't know nothing at 1-800-449-8255. That's right, the fabulous Clark the Shark Show, where Clark the Shark-a-doodle-doo, he don't know nothing about life. He don't know nothing. But, baby, I'll tell you what, I do know something about the KINKS, Arthur, 1969, one of the greatest albums ever recorded, a concept rock opera to rival The Who, Tommy, or the Beatles, Abbey Road, or the Stones, Let It Bleed, or Led Zeppelin 1, 2, and 3, or Black Sabbath, you name it, baby, or even Journey, or even Emerson, Lake and Palmer, or even Kansas, or even you name it, baby, you name it, Styx or Foreigner. Baby, Ray Davies is like, I don't care if you're a foreigner, I don't care if you collect sticks, I don't care what you collect. I don't care, Clark the Shark, if you collect vinyls, you can collect all the vinyls down there at the Rhodium or Go Boy Records in Redondo, all you want, but you'll never have the knowledge. You'll never have the street knowledge of Ray Davies and the KINKS and Dave Davies. Arthur, 1969, baby. What an album. Victoria, what a song. But don't buy this album just for Victoria. I want you to buy this whole album by these guys right here, the KINKS. This 5 stars. 5 stars, baby. Oh, yeah. I want you to buy it for Yes Sir, No Sir. Amazing. And Some Mother's Son and Driving. And I loved Brainwashed. Side 2 is just like another side of like The Village Green or something else. Shangri-La. You talk about the greatest songs by the KINKS. But the title track, Arthur, amazing. I love that song, Arthur. I love this album, you guys. I love Ray Davies. Genius, Ray Davies. Ray Davies is so knowledgeable. He's so thoughtful. He's so profound. Even Frank Zappa is scared of Ray Davies. Even Pete Townsend and John Lennon and David Bowie. And Clark the Shark right here at 1-800-449-8255. We are all in fear. We are frightfully scared of this genius, Ray Davies. He is amazing. And this album from 1969, baby, Arthur, it does not get any more amazing than this rock opera of great atmospheric songs with Dave Davies' guitar playing is amazing. And check out the drumming here, man. Oh, dude, Mick Avery, check him out, dude. And I can't believe the bassist was quitting the band here, because right here is when the KINKS got really good. Because we all know the next 2 albums, Lola and Muswell Hillbillies, would be a couple of the greatest KINKS albums. Oh, man. Bass player Pete Keefe, I don't know what you were doing, leaving the fabulous KINKS. That was a mistake, Mr. Bass Player, because the 2 Johns, John Dalton, man, they came in, baby. John Gosling and John Dalton, and they joined one of the greatest rock and roll bands in history. And those 5 guys would go on in the 1970s to make some of the greatest albums in rock and roll history. The Green Album, Preservation 1 and 2, and Soap Opera, and Schoolboys in Disgrace. All amazing. At 1-800-449-8255, the RCA years of the KINKS, baby. Right here on the Clark the Shark Show. And you've heard me review those albums. They are amazing. Preservation 1 and 2. But they don't get any better than this one, baby. The KINKS, Arthur. One of my favorite albums I've ever listened to by probably my favorite rock and roll band of all time. Rock and Roll Hall of Famers. The inventors, the creators of grunge, punk, and indie, the creators of heavy metal, the creators of hard rock, the creators of genius rock, the KINKS, Ray Davies, rock operas, concept albums, ambient, atmospheric, guitar rock, garage rock, great drumming, great keyboards, great singing, great harmonies, It's all great, baby. The Kinks, Ray and Dave, a couple of brothers who hated each other, but they loved each other, you guys. And I want you to check out the song Brothers. You're my brother from Sleepwalker. Because me, Clark the Shark, I've got brothers and I don't talk to them. They ain't worth it, man. They ain't worth the words coming from Clark the Shark at 1-800-449-8255. But Strangers from Lola, 1970s. Man, Dave said, we aren't two, we are one. And Ray answered Dave and said, you're my brother, Dave. These two guys loved each other. They loved to fight. They loved to hate each other. But at the end of it all, they made the greatest albums, the greatest music. And Dave backed off. Let's be honest, you guys. Dave was a genius in his own right, but he would back off and he would let Ray Davies take over and write the songs. I wish there were more Dave Davies songs in the Kinks collection, baby. I really do, because Dave Davies solo albums are great, and Dave Davies was and is really talented. He's awesome, man. But you know, Ray Davies is just a cut beyond. He's genius. Ray Davies, one of the greatest songwriters of all time. He puts everybody to shame. Nobody, not Pete Townsend, not Paul McCartney, not John Lennon, not Frank Zappa, not David Bowie. Nobody can keep up with Ray Davies. At 1-800-449-8255, the fabulous Clark the Shark Show from the Golden EIB Sharkerphone. And you won't find a better album than this one, baby. The Kinks, Arthur, 1969. And I'm out of here, baby. And I want you to go buy that album, that blurry little album right there on the Clark the Shark Show, baby. If you're a young person born in 1998 and in 2023 you're bored and you want to learn about great shit, you're going to go buy the Kinks Arthur, 1969 on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, Napster, Ripple Tunes, wherever. I don't care where you buy it. Go and buy all the songs by the Kinks and the fabulous 1969 album, Arthur. And I'm out of here, people. I love you all. Clark the Shark. Peace.